We learn about matter by observing its properties, the characteristics that give each substance its unique identity. And so that's what this first sample problem in Chapter 1 is asking us to do. It says the scenes below represent an atomic scale view of substance A undergoing two different changes. Decide whether each scene shows a physical or a chemical change. So we're going to look at A going to B first. And so we start by just looking at what the molecule in A is, or what it consists of. And you'll notice there's two red spheres bound to a blue sphere in each one of those molecules in the scene. So as we go from A to B, the first thing we have to do is determine did that change? Did the composition change? And in fact it did. If you look in B, I see two red spheres, and then for one of the molecules, and then another molecule has a red sphere and a blue sphere attached to it. So it's not the same thing. It has actually changed its identity. So for A, let's write this down. For A going to B, that is a chemical change because it changed its identity. Okay, so then the next one we see here is A going to C. And so you have to determine what's going on here. So again, I'm going to start by looking at the actual molecule and what it is. And again, for A, we have the two red spheres and the blue sphere for the species. And if we look over in C, we still have the two reds and a blue. So it did not change its identity. So this is more than likely going to be a physical change. In fact, it actually is. And what it's doing is it's changing its physical state, you can tell. In A, it's more than likely going to be a gas, because what determines between the physical states of these matters is the distance between the molecules. And so there's quite a bit of molecules in between, or quite a bit of distance in between those molecules in A. And then in C, it goes to this really structured, ordered, they're really close together, so it's more than likely going from a gas to a solid. So we'll call this one a physical change, since it did not change its identity.